everybody, Sai!
Did you guys know that abortion is a major issue in the kangaroo community? Yeah, abortion is a major issue in the kangaroo community. Well, I guess none of you here have heard of the famous case of Roe versus Wade. I have, because I'm woke. Thank you, yeah. Anyways, my name is Sai D. My name is Sai D. The D stands for the rest of my name is way too long. I'm just kidding, guys. The D stands for delicious. Yes, ma'am, that's Sai Delicious, yes. Yes. I know what most of you are thinking right now, except this front table here, but I know what most of you are thinking. She's in the house. Yeah, please, after the show. But I know what most of you are thinking. It's okay, don't be ashamed, because you're absolutely right. I do work in IT. IT stands for Indian Tandoori. It's the name of the Indian-inspired falafel shop I work in. So I guess what I'm saying is, ma'am, if at any point of time, if you're ever in the mood for some flavorful brown balls, just call me. Right? You won't be disappointed because the D stands for delicious. Delicious falafel, guys. Come on. Anyways, guys, I got married recently. Thank you. I'm Indian. I think we covered that. My wife happens to be Chinese, real kind of Asian. So I guess we can't wait to have Filipino kids. If that's how genetics works. I just hope my kids can cook because I love me some Filipino chicken adobo, right? I love all kinds of Southeast Asian food. Except pho, because I'm a member of the anti-pho. Told you I'm woke. Yeah. But I mean, marriage is hard. I know from my parents' marriage that marriage is hard. My dad always used to tell me, you know, Sai, there's only one true emotion in a long-lasting relationship. I know most of you here think it's love, but he said no. Love is just a passive-aggressive manifestation of deep-seated anger. And there's levels to this shit. Listen up, there's levels to it. There's 3 levels of rage in a long-lasting relationship. At the first level, you take mild offense to what your partner says. That's called taking umbrage. It's a British word, you say umbrage. The second level is when you get mad at what your partner says. That's called being outraged. Now after umbrage and outrage comes the point of no return. That's called marriage. But yeah, I don't know. Marriage is hard. Doesn't help my marriage that I'm into BDSM. I know you wouldn't have pictured it, but I am. I am into BDSM. That's why I don't eat Sabra hummus anymore. BDSM stands for Boycott, Divestment and Sanctions Movement. I know what you guys thought. It's the movement where you boycott Israeli products for what's happening in Palestine. I mean, I know it's new to you. I had to do research for that joke myself. And I found out something really interesting. I want to share with you guys. Did you guys know that Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, does not drink ice water? No. Yeah. You guys are wondering why. I'll tell you why. It's because he's the Prime Minister of Israel. He doesn't believe in the concept of ice water. Guys, he doesn't believe in a 2-state solution. You're welcome. I told you I'm woke. I'm too woke for my own good. I can't go to Starbucks anymore. Starbucks been pulling this racist shit for way too long, right, man? Like, Starbucks is so racist that they have a vanilla ice latte and no Biggie Smalls latte. What the fuck? So many great rappers. So many great rappers when you want a vanilla ice. It will work. Did you guys hear about this? You guys hear about the African crocodile? There was an African crocodile who spent his entire life thinking he was an alligator. Turns out he was living in denial. The Nile is a river in the country Egypt. Egypt is a country that America hasn't invaded yet. So it's okay if you didn't know that fact. Oh man. I'm too woke for my own good. Told you. Guys, I'm celebrating my 10-year anniversary of coming to America. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm a lot more comfortable here now. Because the first time I landed here, the first 2 years of my life here, I spent in this little town called Oxford, Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi is not a great place to be if you're a person of color. And for those of you who can't see me clear, I'm a person of a lot of color. Alright? Yeah, my mom was so worried. My mom used to call me every day. She's like, Sai, are you okay? Are you hiding from the KKK? I was like, Mom, what the hell? Don't freak out. She's like, Sai, I'm really worried about you, son. You're not even light-skinned. You can't blend in. I was like, Mom, look at me. I know I'm dark-skinned, alright? I'm so dark-skinned that growing up, kids in India used to ask me, Sai, which part of Africa are you from? I'm so dark-skinned, I grew up the only black kid in an all-brown neighborhood. I've been dark-skinned my entire life. But I'm glad I came here. Because only after coming to America, I've been dark-skinned my entire life, but only after coming to America did I realize there's this magical thing called cocoa butter. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Others don't. Just ask the nearest black person to you what cocoa butter is. Cocoa butter is so good it had me blinded to racism. I think that should be the tagline. Put some cocoa butter on your face, you'll forget about your race. Thank you for the few black people who are laughing right now. Guys, I am working on my marriage. I'm learning Chinese. Thank you. You guys are very supportive. I'm getting myself educated now so that I'll be ready when the Chinese come. I'm getting myself educated so that I'll be ready when the Chinese come to be sent to a re-education camp. I know most of you wouldn't approve of that joke, but I was Uyghur to tell it anyways. Yeah. But I want to work on my marriage because I don't want to end up like Jeff Bezos. You know? The guy, Amazon guy. He lost $70 billion in his divorce. I don't want to end up like that. Look, first of all, I don't even care for Amazon, okay? I don't care for Amazon because I do all my shopping on Alibaba.com. Alibaba is the bomb.com, guys. You can get anything on Alibaba. Anything from a newborn panda cub to an undocumented second child. Literally anything. But it's sad. It's sad that Amazon lost $70 billion. Think about it. Amazon's biggest competitor used to be Alibaba. Now it's just alimony. Thank you so much, guys.